What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, undefeated, two-time heavyweight world champion, British superstar boxer, Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. 30 wins, no losses, 1 draw. 21 wins by way of knockout. He's 31 years of age, stands at 6'9" with 273 pounds, with an 85-inch arm reach. He's actually 32 years of age, okay? He'll be heading into a highly anticipated trilogy match with Olympic bronze medalist, former WBC American heavyweight world champion superstar boxer, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, July 24th, Las Vegas, Nevada, at the T-Mobile Arena. With that said, Tyson Fury has now, the first fight, he's fought Deontay Wilder twice, okay? The first fight, that took place December of 2018. It ended in a draw. Then he fought Deontay again. That was February of 2020. He got a TKO victory as he dropped Deontay Wilder twice. And in the seventh round, Deontay Wilder's former trainer, Mark Breland, threw in the towel. Now they'll be heading into a trilogy match. What's important here is to note that Tyson Fury and the boxing world, the boxing pundits, and majority of fans, they felt as if Tyson Fury clearly is the better boxer, as he displayed in the second fight. Most people felt that Deontay Wilder, after the fight, with his accusations, they felt as if Deontay Wilder was being essentially a sore loser or just making up excuses. They felt, most people, the boxing world felt that Tyson Fury clearly won the first fight, but it ended in a draw. Although Deontay Wilder got 2 knockdowns in the fight, it could have been ruled a knockout in the 12th round, but referee Jack Reese stated he wanted to give Tyson Fury every opportunity to recover, him being a former world champion. Also, Jack Reese, the third man in the ring, oddly enough, felt Deontay Wilder clearly won the first 4 rounds, and he thought that Deontay Wilder won the fight. But Tyson Fury's fans, the boxing pundits, they felt that Tyson Fury was the better boxer. His herky-jerky movement in the first fight saw him be better, and in the second fight, they felt as if he dominated Deontay Wilder. So most people was calling for Tyson Fury to face off against fellow countrymen, 2-time unified heavyweight world champion, British superstar boxer, Anthony Joshua, in an all-UK undisputed match. Nobody wanted to see the trilogy match, although Tyson Fury was contractually obligated to give Deontay Wilder a trilogy match. Nobody wanted to see it. Everybody was calling for Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua for undisputed. All mainstream media, ESPN, Sky Sports, BT Sports, the mainstream media, calling for this trilogy match. It went as far as to see Tyson Fury even negotiate with Matchroom CEO and promoter of Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn, to stage the first fight. They even had a few dates, one being August 14th, okay? And they knew that Deontay Wilder was in mediation and arbitration with Tyson Fury because he was contractually obligated to receive a trilogy match. Everybody in the boxing world, including his fellow countryman Anthony Joshua recently stated that Tyson Fury let down the boxing world by having to take the trilogy match with Deontay Wilder. Well, he was contractually obligated to give Deontay Wilder the trilogy match, so how could he let down the boxing world when it was out of his hands and he did everything in his power to maneuver around the trilogy match and not give Deontay Wilder the trilogy match? With that said, everybody expects Tyson Fury to blow through Deontay Wilder once again, dismissing all of the accusations by Deontay Wilder, the gloves, the water, right? But he's just a better pure boxer. The first fight ended in a draw. Deontay Wilder had no complaints. Although in the first fight, you can see his left glove is flapping all around, bending at a 90-degree angle. Nonetheless, Tyson Fury got a draw in that fight. Deontay Wilder had no complaints about it. He just simply said he let it get away, okay? He felt as if he was overzealous with his punches at times in the first fight. There was no accusations on the part of Deontay Wilder after the first fight. That's what gets dismissed. After the second fight, he says that things just simply wasn't right. Now, he went 12 rounds with Tyson Fury. He should know if there's something different. Nonetheless, Going into the trilogy match, you hear Big John Fury, Tyson Fury's father, he says that this is a very risky fight, and he don't like it. And he's stating that Deontay Wilder could be a completely revamped, different guy going into this trilogy match, and that'll mess up all the plans of an all-UK undisputed showdown with Anthony Joshua. He even went as far as to state that he feels his son Tyson Fury should vacate the WBC belt, just give it to Deontay Wilder, and pursue Anthony Joshua anyway. Then you have fellow countryman, superstar, iconic Hall of Fame boxer, 2-division world champion, Ricky the Hitman Hatton, who is a close friend of Tyson Fury. He says that he's been paying close attention to Deontay Wilder's training videos, that the little that you can see, and he sees a whole different guy. He says that Tyson Fury, he's been pleading with Tyson Fury to be on his P's and Q's because he believes that Deontay Wilder is going to be a completely different guy going into this trilogy match, and that, you know, this is a very risky fight. You have a lot of boxing pundits starting to waver. Tyson Fury, he even let it be known that he's paying close attention to what Deontay Wilder's doing, and he stated that all of the all of the new things that he's adding, or dare I say, all of the old things that he's reverting back into, you know, the basics. Tyson Fury says he's going to land one big right hand on me. He'll see red, and then he'll come for me as he normally does, open up and start making mistakes, and then I'll capitalize. So even Tyson Fury, he admit that he sees change in Deontay Wilder. But you have Tyson Fury's trainer, Sugar Hill, says that Tyson Fury suddenly developed one-punch knockout power as he's on the wrong side of 30. You don't develop one-punch knockout power in the sport of boxing. You're either born with it or you're not. So Sugar Hill is saying that Tyson Fury with 21 knockouts, but he has 17 out of those 21 knockouts. There's 17 stoppages. So he has a total of 4 knockouts. At 6'9", 270 pounds, he's not a knockout artist. He's never been known for it. Been known for his size, his length, and his herky-jerky style, and his movement. Okay? So he says he's developing knockout power. Nonetheless, if Deontay Wilder is a boxer that can't box, who's a one-trick pony, he only has the right hand, there seem to be some concern there. Because now they're bringing in the absolute best possible sparring partners who are top-tier fighters themselves, former world champions or undefeated fighters that are on the verge of being world champions and title contenders in their sparring. They brought in, now a lot of these guys are signed to Top Rank, but best believe that they have to pay these guys. So now Efe Ajagba, who somewhat mimics that of Deontay Wilder, his stature, okay, he's a big, strong, strapping guy who has a lot of power. His stature, similarities to Deontay Wilder. If you see Efe Ajagba, you know, at first glance, you may think he's Deontay Wilder. Now, he's a little more heavy, you know, than Deontay Wilder. But, you know, there's a lot of similarities to Efe Ajagba and Deontay Wilder, okay? He's a knockout artist. He's 15 wins, no losses, no draws, 12 wins by way of knockout. He's 27 years of age, stands at 6'6" with an 85-inch arm reach. Well, Deontay Wilder stands at 6'7" with an 85-inch arm reach. So you see the similarities, okay? And he's known for his power, his stature, okay? They brought in Jared Big Baby Anderson, who also is, you know, a title contender. You know, he's, you know, up and coming, and, you know, he's known. He's being known to be, you know, the future of the sport of boxing. 9 wins, no losses, no draws. 9 wins by way of knockout. Big puncher, 21 years of age, 6'4", 78-inch arm reach. Now, he's not as tall and rangy as Deontay Wilder, but he's a big puncher. They brought him into camp, okay? They've also incorporated former world champion, okay, who's close friends to, you know, Tyson Fury. I believe at one time, if he still does have a relationship with Deontay Wilder, that's Joseph Parker. Okay, now he's not the stature of Deontay Wilder. 29 wins, 2 losses, 21 wins by way of knockout, 6'4", 76-inch arm reach, 29 years of age. Okay, but Joseph Parker is a former world champion to help Tyson Fury prepare and spar. That's just a few names to say the least that Tyson Fury has incorporated into his training camp to help him prepare for Deontay Wilder. Now, always better to be prepared, better safe than sorry, right? So it's always better to be prepared. But for a guy that you have his number, for a guy that you beat in two separate ways, in the first time, everybody said you clearly outboxed, Tyson Fury clearly outboxed Deontay Wilder the first time, and in the second time, he walked Deontay Wilder down, dropped him twice, and stopped him in the 7th round, right? So you have his number. Tyson Fury says that he plans on knocking Deontay Wilder out even earlier than he did the second time. Big John Fury, and going into the second fight, he felt that Tyson Fury was going to walk Deontay Wilder down just too big, too strong, and stop him. So he was right. In the first fight, Big John Fury was right again, right? Because he stated that he felt that Tyson Fury may not be ready for Deontay Wilder, and he may just get knocked out. And guess what? That almost came to fruition as well. Now Big John Fury is saying going into this trilogy match, he believes that Tyson Fury could be in trouble. And this is a risky fight, and he don't want him to take it. And Big John Fury could be right about that as well. Thus the reason why they're overly preparing for Deontay Wilder, a guy that Tyson Fury, well, he has his number. He's so easily outboxed him. Then in the second fight, he just walked him down and stopped him. Because Deontay Wilder, well, he's a one-trick pony. He only has a right hand. He brings nothing else to the table. So why are you bringing in the best of sparring partners, high-level sparring partners that you could imagine? Okay, former world champions, guys that mimic Deontay Wilder, as you should. As you should. You have to be prepared. But if you have his number, it seems like there's a lot of over-preparing and a lot of concern going on with Tyson Fury. So, a guy that Anthony Joshua says that is not an elite fighter, and power won't resonate if they fought each other. We got to see how this plays out and unfolds. But there may be something going on here. It's a bit of concern. So let's see how everything plays out. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Hey, this is Ebony Bridges, Blonde Bomber, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.